Asmongold, this video is for you. Let's find out what it's about.
Now, I've been having a ton of fun on Twitch. I've only been Twitching now, or I've only live streamed on Twitch now for 5 days, and every single day has gotten better and better. The crowd's grown. And
look at this dude's resonance. 5,000 fucking resonance. Look at his fucking pearls. 1.2 million? Wait a second. Okay, how much do you okay, so just 1 second. It's 6,000 plus 1,200? Yes? Okay. He's sitting on 16 grand just sitting there? It's just sitting there. That's off the top. That's money right off the top. That's, oh my mother, what a gamer. Oh my fucking god. Beyond mortal comprehension? Holy shit, dude.
It's been a ton of fun, like I was saying.
Let me see this.
I wanted to make this video specifically for a lot of the computer haters that I've seen. A lot of people that play computer games are hating so hard on Diablo Immortal.
Bro, dude, it's like these computer nerds, man. They're getting up in their feelings like it's high school again. When are we gonna be able to throw these computer nerds in the garbage can again? Like, what is this, computer gamers? What do you mean? Where do you think? Where do you think they made Diablo Immortal? They made this shit on a computer.
And I understand their view because honestly, I've been a computer gamer my entire life. I'm mainly talking about Asmongold and also a little bit of Rich Campbell and Quinn. I mean, all these guys are.
So he's calling out all of Allcraft. Like he's coming down. He's not just on me. Like he's on everybody on Allcraft. Like he's like, yo, these guys, we've had enough of their shit. Except Josh,
guys that I've been a fan of for
probably doesn't watch
years
YouTube
after
videos.
years. I think all three of them are absolutely hilarious. I love watching their live streams. And I think they're really good dudes as well. But I think they have a one-sided point of view of how mobile gaming works and the differences in computer and mobile gaming now. I've been in computer gaming since 1990.
If the difference between mobile gaming and computer gaming is that in mobile gaming you have to spend money, why is that the difference? But why? But that's my main question. But why?
99, my freshman year of high school, and I used to travel the United States playing a game called Counter-Strike. I played Counter-Strike 1.3 and 1.6.
Yes.
I used to play at the Cyber Athlete Professional League in Dallas, Texas. It was the first ever $1 million tournament.
Holy shit!
In Texas. And my team placed 8th, right? And we won like $15,000 a piece for 5 members.
That's a lot.
Huge deal.
Like back then, you got to keep in mind, like gaming was not what it is now. Like 15 grand back then was a lot. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, and then we were in Cal Invite, and we constantly did big things with Counter-Strike. Well, then
the reason he's bringing all this up, right, is because like he's trying to make himself. And, like, I'm not saying this is the wrong thing, right? He's just giving his, effectively, like, his resume. So it's not like, oh, I'm just, like, some random guy. Like, he's like, yeah, I actually, like, I know what I'm talking about, right? Like, yeah. It's his, yeah, he wants to, yeah, he wants to be an expert witness. Exactly.
Counter-Strike, I moved on to
his credibility.
Diablo 2, not competitively. I just stopped playing Counter-Strike competitively because it didn't lead me nowhere. And
it's
honestly,
hard.
We ended up falling apart, right? And the game kind of, I just grew out of the game. But however, I still play the game to this day. And I've played it pretty much my whole life as well. But not only Counter-Strike, I've also played tons of different computer games such as World of Warcraft, Diablo 2, Diablo 3. I've played Warcraft 3, I've played StarCraft 2, I've played Hearthstone, and I've played all these games at a level to where it's player v player, obviously player versus player, and made massively competitive, right? I was a gladiator in World of Warcraft on the BlackRock server. I was actually
BG9.
in Reckful's guild, Byron's guild. It was called Supfresh Our Turn Baby. I had
oh my god, that fucking guild, man. Like, that was on BG9. That shit was hard. Oh my God, that was hard.
Team
All
with
right, let's see
Wreckful
it.
in the Brutal Gladiator season. It was when Feral Druids were overpowered. I was a Resto Druid named Butta. He was Wreckful, and then I had another, or he had another buddy that was a Feral Druid, and we ran Rogue Double Druid. And
I
so
could see
I
that
was a
happening.
Merciless Gladiator, a Vengeful Gladiator, a Brutal Gladiator, and so forth, right? And then I ended
Okay.
up quitting WoW after Wrath of the Lich King. All I played WoW for was Arena, right?
Real thanks for
So
5 subs.
this is
Thank you.
kind of just, all this stuff is useless information, what I'm saying, but I'm just kind of giving you
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
a
We get it.
background that I have been a part of computer
You have
gaming
used a
basically my whole
computer
life
before.
for the last 20 years, right?
Okay.
And by the way, I respect all you guys to the utmost. So
All right, so now
I was
he's about to
thinking, I was
talk
like,
shit.
I've never made a video like
Here we go.
basically talking about people's perspective. I kind of just only focus on gaming. However, all the trash talk for mobile gaming just isn't necessary in my opinion as
Okay,
far
why not?
as like Diablo Immortal, because
Okay.
I've also played mobile gaming a lot. Not only do I play a lot of computer gaming, but I play a lot of mobile gaming.
Okay.
Been a part of a game called Clash of Clans, have over 6 figures invested into it.
What the fuck? How do you spend 100 grand on a fucking video game? I don't even know what to say. I'm just in shock. Real Plug 5 subs. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Over the course of a while, right? And so had an absolute blast with that game, but again, completely different perspective.
Okay.
And now Diablo Immortal has come out. I've been a Diablo fan my entire life. Played
Yeah.
D1, played D2,
All
played
right.
D3.
All right.
Was big into D3, had a couple level 99 hardcore characters, had one of the best low level 18 duelers in the world as an assassin, used to buy and sell items every day.
Wait,
off
what?
D2J duelers in the world. 99 hard 2, played D. Come out, I've been a Diablo fan my entire life, played D1, played D2, played D3. Was big into D3, had a couple level 99 hardcore characters, had one of the best low level.
That was Diablo 2. Yeah, I guess you must be saying Diablo 2, because Diablo 3, it's not how it worked. Okay.
Duelers in the world as an assassin, used to buy and sell items every day off D2JSP, had an absolute blast, used to buy all kinds of stuff off Kripparrian nonstop. He always had the goods, I'd always buy them. And so used to
Bro,
love.
I remember a Crip. I don't remember that being true. I don't remember Crip ever having good gear to sell. I remember Crip selling stupid shit and people buying it. Whenever the Real Money Auction House came out, he would sell stupid shit and people would buy it.
Playing Diablo 2, some of my best childhood memories, right?
Okay.
Well, anyway, mobile gaming is a completely different type of vibe. You go in downloading mobile gamings knowing that there's a pay-to-play perspective and there's a free-to-play perspective.
Why? Like, and this is the question that I feel like nobody seems to be able to ask. Like, we know that there are mobile games that are pay to win. Everybody knows this. But have you ever stopped to take a second and think, why?
And then there's like a mediocre, like, let's just call it a minnow. We got like free-to-play players, then we got minnows, then we got dolphins.
Minnows are battle pass Andes, right? Minnows, you know, they buy the battle pass every time and that's about it, right? Maybe they buy like a collector's edition battle pass, but that's it.
Dolphins, you know, then we got whales, and then we got the big boys, then we got the mega whales, right?
The big
so there's
boys.
multiple different mobile
The
game
big
type
boys.
players.
All right.
Well, a good mobile game can find how to mix all of these players into one game to have fun together in all sorts of different ways, right? And so what I've found is I've played probably 4 or 5 different really good mobile games that have been able to do that, right? Clash of Clans being one of them, Castle Clash being one of them, Clash Royale being one of them.
Whale Wars, yeah.
Multiple games that have just figured out that niche. Well, I just wanted to say this: Diablo Immortal is one of those games.
So I feel like this is what a lot of mobile gamers say, is that basically mobile games are pay to win because they're pay to win. It's like a tautological argument that, like, well, they're pay to win because they're pay to win. It's circular logic. There's nothing that it's like, yes, we know this, but why? Mobile games are pay to win. Why? Well, because they're pay to win. But why? Why is it like this?
And here's why. I'll explain.
It's just crazy.
I saw the video of Rich and Asmongold.
Uh-oh.
Basically, Rich had invested, I don't know what he invested, like $15,000 or something. Never went into the battlegrounds in this game ever before. And yeah, he just went in there and started basically multi-shotting and killing everybody.
Yeah, he sure did.
And so they were laughing at the video, making fun of it, and being like, "Oh, this is what it's like being a pay-to-play.
Yeah.
Well, you just one-shot everybody. Look at all, die, free-to-play, die." You know what I mean? Basically like that, right?
Yeah, kill the poor people.
Well, here's the thing: when he went into the battleground, he's in a silver battleground, literally the first rank of battleground. So of course he's playing all the worst players in the battleground. That's like me being a global elite Counter-Strike player and making a smurf on a silver account and just going tapping heads and going 44-0 like he did in the battleground. Of course you're going to go 44-0, you goof. Come on. It's freaking, you just spent 15 grand and you're playing against a bunch of silvers. Wait till you...
Well, wait a sec. So I don't understand what that makes sense of. So, like, if you didn't spend 15 grand... does that mean that, like, you're just not going to be able to get as far up there? I mean, like, yeah, obviously that's true. Like, what he's saying is true. That, like, yes, obviously whenever you first start off playing the game, you're going to be matched with people that are lower. And what I'm assuming with the the MMR system in Diablo Immortal is that it will slowly match you up against more whales over time. Is that right? Like, this seems like he's saying that money equals skill. Yes, effectively that's right. And so, yeah, of course that's what's going to happen, but I don't think that's the only thing that happens. Like, it's not, I'm sure that, like, and also, like, in that mindset, if you're only getting matched up against other whales whenever you get into the higher ranks, then that would logically mean that unless you spend money, you can't get to the higher ranks. You see what I'm saying?
Get to the top of
so his argument actually explains what the problem is.
Battlegrounds, brother. Wait till you come to the legend rank and you get up there with the pay-to-play players. Let's see what happens then.
So all of the pay-to-play players are the high PvP rank? I mean, I don't know, guys. I feel like that's a little bit problematic. Shit.
Let's see what happens then. You ain't going to be running over players like that. Like I said, it's different versions of the game, different places. I also enjoy playing mobile games as a free-to-play player. It makes me feel good inside to smash somebody who is a pay-to-play. So there's different ways to look at it. There's different fun to be had. I personally love the system of running a rift, having a chance at finding something. I'm a gambler. That makes me happy. If that
I mean, I don't think that surprised anybody, number one. Number two, that's the problem. I mean, he just said it. He's like, oh, I'm a gambler. I like running rifts. That's my whole point. You know what I mean? Like, that's the whole thing. It's a gambler. Yes, duh. Of course that's what it is. That's the problem. It's a game. This game does not make sure that people are 18 years old. It does not have any verification. Like, I'll give you this. If you go into Caesar's Palace, I guarantee you in Las Vegas, they're going to make sure that you're not a kid. There's not a lot of kids that probably get onto the fucking the gambling floor and they just, oh, accidentally, you know, we got a 14-year-old in there. That doesn't happen.
Makes people happy. If people enjoy mobile gaming,
not a fan
so
of gambling,
be it.
But
all
there's
the
a
hatred
spectrum.
Doesn't need to be there because it's useless. It's not that important, like you can just move on.
If it's not that important, why you spend $50,000 on it? Why? So it's obviously that important, right? So like that is just, in my opinion, in the garbage. Number one. Number two, why is it that important? Because if the game does well, if these games perform well, then more games will come out that do the same thing. So anybody who is a PC gamer, anybody who is a gamer in general, I personally don't like this distinction between mobile gamers and PC gamers. I think this is stupid. How many of you guys play games on your phone and also games on your PC? Like, I feel like most people probably do that. Me? Yeah, most people do that. This is like, I remember Keemstar, I always annoyed me whenever he would do this. He's like trying to start like, oh, it's YouTubers versus Twitch streamers. What the fuck are you talking about, Keem? I'm doing both of them all the time. Like most Twitch streamers upload to YouTube, most YouTubers stream on Twitch. A lot of them, it's just weird. Oh, he's in chat. JT, what's up, man? How you doing? We've got your video on. All right, let's watch
the game. You don't need to talk bad about it because people like me and mobile gamers enjoy the game. Like straight up, you can be free to play.
I think people can enjoy the game, right? And like the thing is, again, I feel like saying that you like gambling, and yeah, he's here. Free advertisement. As I said, I don't mind watching people's videos as long as they're good. I don't care if they get advertised. I think that's fine. I link everybody's video that I watch. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, it's that's whatever to me. I don't give a shit. And so this is the way that I see it, right? Is that like it's the gambling feature of the game that I think is problematic. I mean, the rest of it is whatever to me. Like, I don't care if he wants to spend 50 grand on a game. He can do whatever he wants.
In this game and have a blast. I have 10 real life friends and they play free to play and all of them love it to the highest extent. I also have 3 of my very best friends in real life who have all invested over $5,000 in this game and they love it. They're having an absolute blast.
That's great, but like, I mean, you've got to keep in mind that like this has to be to a degree like a personal experience. Because like if it's not a personal experience, then why is it that there are so many other people that feel differently? Why does it have a 0.3 on Metacritic if it's such a good game? Well, maybe it's not a good game. And in my opinion, like I'd actually be curious to hear how he feels about the actual game itself. Because I think the fundamental game is bad. Like he said he played Diablo 3. Well, he should be getting a lot of nostalgia running the rifts. Because it's the same thing.
Different perspectives. You know what I mean? So it's weird to me because when you've only played PC games, you don't understand that itch that mobile gamers have in all the different ways that they do enjoy the gaming. So
I feel like that is like the worst sentence I've ever heard in my entire life. Like, do we not understand the itch? Is it the itch or is it something else that people refer to it as? The itch is a gambling addiction? I mean, I don't know. I feel like that's not good, man. It's gamba. Yeah, number one, it's gamba. Number two, like, I don't think that, like, why would somebody who plays why would somebody who plays mobile games, or sorry, PC games, not be able to understand this? I feel like anybody could understand this. Like, it's not like it's hard to understand at all.
Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, I don't really want to go on too much more. I just think that all the hate on Diablo Immortal isn't necessary because this is the best mobile game I've ever played and ever seen.
But like the problem is that even if that's true, there's still like, I mean, and that's fine, right? I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna listen to what he said a sentence ago, right? Like there are a lot of people that have said that. In my opinion, I don't play mobile games. I don't like them. Why? It has nothing to do with the monetization. It has everything to do with I just don't like playing games on my phone. The screen's too small. It's like this. I don't like doing that, right? And so it's just that's all. I don't like the controls and like moving with my thumbs, etc. There's nothing negative about mobile games, right? In my mind.
You don't understand that itch that mobile gamers have in all the different ways that they do enjoy the gaming. So yeah, that's what it is. I mean, I don't really want to go on too much more. I just think that all the hate on Diablo Immortal isn't necessary, because this is the best mobile game I've ever played and ever seen.
People just don't like it. And like, for example, I think that if you completely ignore, and this is something that a lot of people say that I do disagree with, if you completely ignore the monetization and you don't care about the monetization, like here's a good fucking question, is I watched this guy's stream one day. All you were doing, man, was running Lasso over and over. That's garbage. You're just beating a fucking target dummy. You just beat a target dummy, and then, by the way, and I'm sure, like, if I pull up his VOD, I can tell I watched this for like an hour. The rock didn't spawn that you had to get behind. And then people were dying, and then I think somebody, it might have even been him, said that, like, y'all gotta spend more fucking money so you don't get killed by this goddamn explosion. I saw this shit. Yeah, I know what this was. Show the VOD. That's what it was. Because people were getting killed because they couldn't fucking afford to get enough health. That's what it was. And so, don't you think that it would be a better game if, after you killed Lassol, you would fight something that's not Lassol? I don't know. I mean, like, am I crazy here? Am I taking crazy pills? It's nuts. So, bro, that's what I don't like. That's what I really have a problem with more than anything, is that kind of stuff, man. Is just spend money. Yeah, it's just, it's bad gameplay. It's got, the fight sucks. I mean, what do you want me to say? Bring him on stream? I don't know if he's in chat.
Blizzard's one of my favorite companies of all time. So whenever they make a mobile game, I personally couldn't wait for it.
I was excited to play the game too. I mean, like, I think that everybody was. Like, I love Blizzard. Like, I mean, he's probably around my age. Looks he's a bit older than I am. I'm 31. And so, like, yeah, I feel like most people felt this way.
I love all Blizzard's free-to-play games as well. Like, I love all the Diablos. I personally can't wait for Diablo 4. I'm probably going to stay up for 72 hours and grind it non-stop. Like, I'm pumped up for Diablo 4. However, I have a love for Diablo Immortal as well. And it has made a great game. Like, whenever I'm traveling, if I'm in the airport, I can whip out my phone, I can play Diablo Immortal. I can't do that with Diablo 3. I can't do that with Diablo 2. You simply can't do it. This game is for mobile gamers. The fact that you can spend money... I
don't understand this distinction. I just don't get it. I don't get, like, why are mobile gamers different than PC gamers? Because in my mind, it's the same thing. It's like mobile gamers, PC gamers, these are all the same people. Like, what it seems like to me is that this is like a secondary definition that, like, because you can assign this definition to something, everything outside of that is okay. You see what I'm saying? It's like, well, this is for mobile gamers, so it's different. Well, why is it different? Like, what? Like, there's no intrinsic reason that mobile games have to be pay to win or that they have to have gambling in them. There's nothing about mobile games that makes it fundamental that they have gambling or pay to win inside of them. Yeah, there's nothing.
What? It's part of mobile gaming. Yes, you can spend money and advance the character, and your character can have more stats in this game. Does that help you against free-to-play players in any way?
Yes.
No, it doesn't in this game. There's nothing about spending money that gives you an advantage over free-to-play players. Yeah,
well, how do you say that if like you just saw the video of Rich killing people? Like, I mean, that's obviously an advantage, and like, so I'm assuming that like the different levels, and do you get different stuff from like the levels in PvP that you get to? Like, I don't know if there's like a payout for PvP or something like that. I have no idea. Like, I didn't do PvP, so I can't be sure about that. Yes. So like, yeah. All right. Well, let's say so you get more money. You get more stuff from PvP. Ranked rewards. Yeah. So like if you, so like you've already created the foundation that the reason why Rich didn't get to the reason why Rich had that game is because he didn't get to the rank that he should be at, and the rank that he should be at is a high rank, and the reason why he would be at that rank is because of his gear, and his gear is because of his money, which would imply that people that are all at this high rank spend a lot of money. So if everybody is at this high rank that spends a lot of money, and then all of those people are then getting rewards for that, isn't that a distinct competitive advantage? Like, it's just like, it literally doesn't make any sense.
A better character than free-to-play players.
Yeah.
But you're never going against free-to-play players. In the battlegrounds that I'm in, I have never once played a single player that hasn't spent under $3,000 to $5,000. I don't play any players that have ever spent under $3,000 to $5,000 in any of my battlegrounds ever. You can come in my stream, you can watch them. It's at twitch.tv/JTisAllBusiness. There's never any free-to-play players anywhere to be found. There's never,
Well, because you farmed them all the way up there, though, right? So, like, this is kind of like what the issue is like, so yeah, he farmed them all the way up to the rank that he was at. I can guarantee you probably at his first BGs, and also on the way up there, he did pay money to do that. And also, like, yeah, isn't that a problem in itself? Yes, I would say so. And beyond that, so like what he's saying is like in PvP, if you're not the rank that you want to be, the obvious solution is to spend money and then you'll be that rank.
And all these players are starting to catch up. Now, once players get to the max rank, then the big heavy whales can duel it out. Some people enjoy that. Me personally, I enjoy that. I like having a maxed account. I like the fact of grinding. I like the fact of spending money to max out the account, to grind against the other players that spent money to max out their account and just go to war. Like, that's fun to me. It literally gets my adrenaline going. And
I think that's fun too. Like, especially like, yeah, like you're all geared out, everybody on your team is geared out, everybody on their team is geared out, and you're ready to just fucking like big dick. But I think everybody likes that. The only thing is that people would rather be geared out from grinding. That people want to be able to grind the game and not their job. Everybody would agree with that.
I simply enjoy it. So yeah, that's that. I also enjoy being a free-to-play and doing things in free-to-play mobile games as well.
Okay.
Now,
nice.
What I was saying is, me being a pay-to-play, how does this affect the game of Diablo Immortal? How does it puncture a free-to-play player's like gameplay? It doesn't. The only difference is the pay-to-plays can get better gear and waste their money on a mobile game, and the money just goes into the mobile game, into Blizzard's pocket, and they get nothing.
That's the problem
out of it, but they get enjoyment and happiness, and that's what they want to do, and that's what they choose
to
do. Well,
it's not that, like, yeah, I get that, but like, is it necessary to spend money to be happy? And also, like, if you have to spend money to be happy, it doesn't necessarily have to be gambling. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it doesn't have to be gambling at all. I don't understand this. And also, like, it's just... there are obvious advantages to being pay-to-play. There are obvious advantages to engaging in pay-to-win. Because if there wasn't, you wouldn't do it. Like, I mean, come on.
Dude, so who cares at the end of the day? You know what I mean? It just doesn't, it simply doesn't matter.
Well, I think a lot of people care because, like, if they let it happen, all of the other games will be like this as well. Because if you allow games to be like this, then why would other companies not do the same thing? Because it clearly makes a lot of money. He spent $50,000 on the game. That's a lot of money. So why wouldn't you make the other games like that as well and give people like that the ability to spend money to gain power in the game? It doesn't make any sense. I think it would just be logical to do that. Any reasonable person would do that. It's like massive justification. Go, my guy, it's like someone convincing someone they've been scammed. They defend it and not look dumb. I don't know, man.
So, I mean, that's that. As far as this account, as my account, you will never see me in any competitive way of a free-to-play player. If anything, I'm helping out all free-to-play players. I help them out in any way. I'll run dungeons with free-to-play players. I'll help them get better gear. I do this stuff on a regular basis. Not only that, since I've spent so much money in this game, I actually...
Look, the Koch brothers donate millions of dollars to charity every year. They're still the Koch brothers, though. I mean, like, this is not... Yes, it's nice that you help people out. That's definitely a good thing. But, like, saying that you help out free-to-play players, the problem is it's like, you're not wrong. You're not a bad person for playing the game this way. It's not your fault. You didn't make the game. Now, you might have said that, like, oh, I want the game this way. Yeah, sure. Right? But, like, you didn't do this. It's the system. He's not the bad guy. How are you the bad guy? You didn't do anything wrong.
Have extra gems of all sorts of stuff. By the way, I mean, I got rank 10. I got rank 10 gem resonated gems. I have tons of extras.
Yeah.
So what do? I go to my auction house, my marketplace, and I put these gems in there for nothing. I hand these gems out to all the free-to-play players because that's the type of dude I am. I want everybody to get this stuff because why not? I don't need it anymore. So I'm like, hey, boys, if y'all are on my server, everybody's getting free gems. Cheapest price you can possibly get in the market.
That's nice for him to do that, for sure. It's a nice thing for him to do that, 100%. Free crack? Yeah, exactly. No, it's... Like, the thing is, you have to admit, like, that is a nice thing to do. I get it. I understand it. Yeah, the guy's high. I don't think he's high. I mean, it's just, yeah, he's like, and the thing is, like, I don't think it matters to him. I don't think this is some kind of, like, a grand ploy. I think he probably just gives out the gems because he's like, hey, I've got the money. I can do this, and it makes him feel good to do it. Right? It's not that deep every single time, guys. But it's the fact that you can do it in the first place.
I'm going to put up 8 gems at one time for you boys. Told my stream that. I'm going to do that. Anyway, it is what it is. Mobile gaming's fun gaming. It's a different style of gaming than computer gaming, but it's still amazing gaming. And sorry, man, I've been ranting on for so long. I just keep hearing all the hatred on Diablo Immortal when it doesn't deserve it. And it's
well, like, I would debate this guy on the quality of the game. Like, fucking put everything else in the garbage. Like, pay to win, no pay to win, that's fine. But the quality of the game quality is a problem. That's what I don't like. And that's what I would say more than anything else. Like, the game quality, like, how do you think that it's good design that you fight Lassal on different modes for, like, more health, and the only difference with Lassal with fucking 3 million or 9 million health is the amount of health. He does the exact same mechanics, and then he just doesn't spawn the rock that he's supposed to spawn. This is objectively bad. How can you say this is not, like, look, let me see if I can find it. I'm going to pull this up and see for myself. Lassal, Diablo Immortal, speed, kill. All right? So let's see if I can find that. Diablo Immortal, Lassal, speed, kill. Oh, there's literally nobody even watching this. Yeah, never mind. There's nobody watching it. Nobody doing that. Holy shit. Quinn got the gem? I know.
Really the best mobile game that's ever been.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit, apparently.
Like, yeah,
like, nobody watches it. Not the Quinn thing, the fucking last one.
So is every mobile game on the market. And I actually matched this account out for like a fourth of the price I had invested in other games. Like this.
That's just like, but that's such a bad argument, in my opinion. So if it's so you spent, like I think it said like $50,000, right? So this would imply that $200,000 is how much you spent in other games. I don't know, man. Like here, it's like if somebody punches you in the head and then they say, you know what? I'm just gonna slap you this time. This isn't really an improvement, is it? This is not a massive improvement. How about just don't hit me at all?
Game is not even that bad as far as maxing it out to some people. You know what I mean? Some people, yeah, it's a ton of money. Well, guess what? Those people can be minnows or they can be dolphins. And if the game's good enough, then they will stick around and they'll play it because the game knows how to basically allow them to have fun and do what it needs to do to let them have a fun gameplay, basically.
I feel like one thing that I would ask this guy is like if he knows about the patent that Activision filed in 2015 that explicitly pairs players that don't spend money with players that do spend money in order to motivate them to spend money. It's a real thing.
I mean, and if not, they'll quit, right? They'll quit. Yep. This game is going to last for a very long time because I'm telling you, I've been around mobile gaming for a long time. Been playing mobile games since 2014, and I've been spending money in mobile games for a long time, and I've also had free-to-play accounts in mobile games for a long time. Okay. And I see both aspects, and I also see the view from a computer, from only a computer gamer's aspect. That's why I wanted to make this video and hope that Asmongold sees it, and I'm sure, you know what I mean, with their personalities, I've been watching these guys for a long time, right? I know they're thinking like, oh, let's make fun of this dude or do whatever. Look, I don't care about that. It is what it is. They can make.
Well, we're not making fun of you, but I mean, to be fair, like spending 50 grand on the game is kind of dumb. Like I would fucking say that to anybody. Like that's some dumb ass shit. Spending 50 grand on a game. Oh my god. But like, no, it's just that, like, I feel like it's such a bad mindset to have that like mobile games fundamentally should have pay to win in them, or that it's okay that mobile games have this in them. There's nothing intrinsic to being a mobile game that means that it should or it's okay that it has gambling pay to win features. There's nothing that this is completely fabricated.
Fun of me, I saw the video that Asmongold made against the Stu gaming guy, and I'm like, dude,
we gotta
really?
watch that
like, you're gonna stoop that low? Like, dude, you're like, I've just been a fan of Asmongold, so that one hurt me a little bit. I was like, really, bro? Like, you're gonna do that to him? Like, it's not necessary. Like, Stu has a lot of good points that I see from a free-to-play.
Name one.
Plays perspective.
Name
you know
one.
what I mean? So it's like he doesn't see the vision. He's literally blindsided to it, and so are
what is the vision? Like, is the vision? I mean, like, I don't understand. Like, what is this vision? Like, where is the vision? What are we looking at? Yeah, I don't understand. Like, it's just the vision of what? Money? Like, what the fuck?
Other computer gamers, they're straight up blindsided to mobile gaming, and they don't understand the pay-to-play aspect of it. But that's fine. They don't have to. If you don't like the game, don't play it. At the end of the day, it's that simple.
I agree with that. I think that's probably the main thing that you should do, but I think that people can express their dislike of something even if they don't play it. And I did play it. I got to level 60. I went through the campaign. I spent $2 or $3 grand on the game. Like, it's not like I don't have any context around this. Like, I clearly understand the game. And the reason why people don't like the game is because that they are worried that the game is going to impact other games at the same time. I think that's what the main issue is more than anything.
But you don't need to hate on a great game and make fun of other YouTubers because they're saying they're having a good time playing as a free-to-play player. I mean, give me a break. You're way past that, dude. You're way past that. But anyway, guys, I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I am out of here for now. Peace out, fellas.
I feel like the way that I reacted to Stu's video wasn't really, like, mean at all. Like, yeah, I said he was wrong. I thought he was completely wrong about it, but I don't think anything that I said was, like, rude or, like, abusive at all. Like, you can disagree with somebody, and at the same time, you can make a video talking about the person being wrong. Like, yeah, I think that he's 100% wrong. Like, he is literally 100% wrong. But I don't think that I was rude or out of pocket with, like, anything that I said. Yeah, I mean, let me see. Stu's go. Yeah, everything's fine. Let's see here. Justify the money spent on the game as content. It would make $30K a month on YouTube. Since he makes $30K a month on YouTube, maybe he does. Guy's literally trying to buy his way back to the time when he was skillful and competitive. Variation of class candy. Well, I don't know about that. I have no idea. Call him, he's crying. I would talk to him, sure. I don't care. Like, to me, I think that the main issue that I have with this is that these games, like, they have gambling in them, and they're marketed towards a younger audience, and there's not the same checks and balances that exist besides, like in a casino. Like, for example, I'll go back to the casino example. Like, if you go and you gamble in Las Vegas, there's not kids sitting at those slot machines. Yeah, there's not kids sitting at these slot machines at all. These are grown adults, and they check it, and they make sure that doesn't happen. Like, rating a game M for mature or something like that, these games are marketed towards teenagers. Let's just call it what it is. They're marketed towards teenagers, and that's what they're always going to be. Smash, I was gonna make fun of me. Wow. I didn't really make fun of Stu at all. I don't feel like I didn't make fun of him at all. Like, I was like, it's like making fun of somebody. I don't think anything that I said was mean-spirited. Because, like, yeah, I did make fun of him a little bit, right? It's like, this guy is, like, fucking off the deep end, right? It's like, we gotta bring this guy back to reality. Like, yeah, it's a little bit making fun of somebody. But it's also, like, just fucking fun, you know? Like, that's it. Read comments. I'll look at it real quick, okay, guys? Give me 1 second. It's just nuts, man. It is absolutely nuts to see this shit happen. And, oh, yep, there it is. Let's see it. I'm gonna pull this one up. Right here. There it is, boys. I can't believe I just looted my first 5-star gem and it only cost me $25,000. Thanks, Blizzard, for this authentic Diablo experience. For reference, it's about $15,000. That's pretty good. How many more does he need to go? Like, it's got to be like only 8 more to go, right? How many more? How many more gems does he need to get? Only 5 more to go? Only 5 more. Only 5 more to go. Okay, there we go. I see it, man. I see it. I can't wait for season 2. It's nuts. And so anyway, this is what I'm saying about, like, with these games, right? Is that, like, a game like this, a game like Diablo Immortal, like, it's really the gambling that I have a problem with. I don't care if it's pay to win. If you want to spend $50,000 in the game to make some crazy badass character, that's totally fucking fine with me. The difference is that whenever you spend that money on a loot box, and on top of that, the game is marketed towards kids, and there are no real checks and balances to make sure that kids don't play these games. There's no real authentication. If you go to Las Vegas and you go to a casino, I've never been to one, but my understanding is that they probably do a pretty damn good job making sure that kids don't go in there. Yeah, I mean, this is a completely different fucking thing, in my opinion. Yeah, they do, absolutely. And so, like, yeah, Stu made a video in response to you. Actually liked what you said. I'll watch Stu's video, and then maybe we'll watch the Channel 5 video, too. I said I was going to look at that in a bit, okay? And did you see the new Bitcoin crash? No, I have not seen that. How much is Bitcoin now? It was 20,000 whenever I looked at it before. Because casinos are strictly regulated. Exactly, and I think that's what it should be. And so, yeah, just have a badass character, maximum free-to-play game. Isn't it the same thing as you don't get to pay to play? Like, it's 18? That's not really that much less.